Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So behind the scenes, when I'm MIA, I've been working on our brand new series, Somewhere in Strangerville. I wasn't going to show you the process of me building Carla and Lourdes's RV, but I thought it turned out pretty cool. And I wanted to share with you the pack that I used to get it to look like an actual RV. Recently, I have been so obsessed with like RV living, van life, that I just really wanted my Sims to have that experience too. And I feel like for this particular series, it just makes so much sense. So in case you guys aren't familiar with Somewhere in Strangerville, as I said earlier, it is a series that I am working on currently. I am almost to the point where I can film the first episode. It's going to be definitely a work in progress, but I think I have enough to where I can start telling the story. And so if you want to kind of learn a little more about the series, the backstory, and the Sims within it, I will go and link the Somewhere in Strangerville Create a Sim where I introduce Lourdes, her dad, Jagger, and her mom, Carla. But I'll also be telling you a little bit about the history with the RV as well, because of course there's definitely a little bit of a story there. They didn't just randomly decide to, you know, do the whole RV life thing. It kind of chose them, I suppose. So anyways, let me tell you a little bit about the build. I apologize if the footage is a little blurry. I'm going to re-render it so it is higher quality, but I did notice that it's just a little fuzzy here, which is kind of weird. I don't know what the hell is going on. But this RV, you guys, is seriously the cutest thing ever. I love it so much. I was actually really impressed with how accustomed I have gotten to creating these really small builds. You won't believe it, but there's a bathroom in here, like a full bathroom, sink, shower, toilet, the whole kit and caboodle. There's also a somewhat full-size kitchen, which I definitely struggled with a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that was really hard, but I'll talk about it more a little later. So with this kit, which it's called Van Life, is it Van Life or Van Ways? Van Life Ways. Okay, it's the Van Life Ways pack by Hey Brian, I believe. I'm gonna link this on my brand new website, UrbanSimsYT.com, so that if you guys wanted to download this pack, you can have access to it as well. It was literally the perfect thing. I love all of the little details, the windows, the awning. I was so freaking excited to play with this pack. I will say the one thing that's a little bit weird is the paint. So it seems like it's two-toned here, like it's not matching up, but it actually does. It kind of has like this really vibrant specular layer on it that creates almost a metal texture, which would make sense because indeed it is an RV. So I'm putting Lourdes's little bicycle on the back. I guess I could kind of tell you what's happening in the world so far. I have a gas station. Oh my God, I freaking love this gas station. I didn't create it, but I did repurpose it, if you will. I'll definitely have to show you guys kind of what I've been up to in a different video, so that I'm keeping in touch with you, and also assure you that I am actually working on stuff when I'm not filming. It's really hard being a mom of 3, as you can imagine, especially with my littlest being 2.5 now, and he's very vocal. He's got a lot on his mind and he wants to tell you about it, but I'll show you guys. I can't wait. I'm seriously so obsessed with this gas station. You have no idea. And I'm also working on a community center right now that I'm trying to build, but if y'all have like one that you think would fit for Strangerville, send it to me, because I am totally okay with, you know, giving other creators a spotlight in my series. I would love to do that. Honestly, I actually think I prefer it more, but I wanted to be hands-on with this RV. So anyways, we're going on into the interior right now. That is the bathroom. There are a lot of objects that come with this kit that do make van life, RV life a lot more fluid. So we have like this little portable porta potty here, this really cool RV, I guess, shower, and this corner sink. Now you wouldn't think that this all works, but it does. I actually play tested it, so everything in this RV works. I don't think I'll be uploading the RV. I don't think you guys would care. Maybe you would. I don't know. Well, I'll have to see. I'm a little gatekeepish when it comes to stuff with my series, because I don't know. Like I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be. Is that selfish? Maybe it is. I don't know. So anyways, I have a little bit of a backstory. I guess I could go and tell you what it is right now, so that we can continue on and talk more about the build, because there is a few things that I need to mention, because it wasn't all fun and games, I promise. Life for Lourdes and her mom Carla has always been a series of temporary stops and borrowed roofs. After Carla's marriage fell apart, she sold nearly everything they owned and bought an old beat-up RV. It wasn't much, but it was theirs, and it kept them moving. For years, they drifted from one motel parking lot to the next, living off of gas station meals and the faint hope that the next stop would be better. Lourdes became an expert at packing her life into a single bag, never knowing how long they'd stay. But the RV slowly became more than just a vehicle. Every dent, every scratch had a story. The striped awning had sheltered them through summer rainstorms. The tiny thrifted couch out front became their outdoor living room where they laughed at the night sky and pretended the world wasn't closing in. Then one day, everything changed. Carla got a call from Pub 41, a steady job as a mixologist right here in Strangerville. It wasn't glamorous, but it was stability. She rented a small spot in the dusty local RV park, telling Lourdes that this was the first step toward their dream of owning a real home, a place where they could finally stop running. For Carla, that move was a fresh start. For Lourdes, it was, well, complicated. She spent her whole life in motion, never belonging anywhere, and she's tired of feeling like a guest in her own life. But every night when she sits on that old couch in their little fenced yard, she lets herself dream of a day she'll close her bedroom door and know she doesn't have to leave. Originally, I was going to have Lourdes and her mom Carla move into a trailer, start off their life in Strangerville that way, but then when I came across this pack that I called a kit earlier, I had to incorporate it into the story. And what a beautiful, beautiful story to tell. Carla basically sold her wedding ring to get this RV, you know, or wedding ring, odds and ends, whatever. She was the one that cheated on Jagger, remember? So she didn't really get to keep a lot in the divorce, but the one thing he did not want back was that dusty, crusty ring, because if it didn't mean anything to her, well, it certainly didn't mean anything to him. So she went on the Sims marketplace and she decided to purchase this RV. Up until then, they were kind of just bouncing around. They were going from hotel to motel. They would stay at the occasional like family and friends house, but they started to feel kind of like a wet blanket. And then eventually when Carla was starting to run out of funds to fund that lifestyle, which it's quite expensive, she came across this RV. And even though it isn't a lot, it's home. I mean, I'm grateful that they have somewhere to stay. I'm also, again, really impressed of how much I was able to fit in here. And even though Lourdes really dreams of having her own room one day, I have to admit, the girl did good decorating her little side of the RV. So, my dilemma with the RV. Now, you might have noticed I totally glossed over the kitchen, and that is because if you do decide to download this pack, now I'm not saying this is universal. You may not have this issue, but I had this issue. I wanted to go with the 3 counter setup, right? Because in this kit, there's a bunch of different things, or pack. I keep calling it a kit. There's a stove that goes right onto the counter, as you saw. And then there's also a mini fridge. That mini fridge does not work. It's supposed to work, but for me, it doesn't. Every time I click it, nothing happens. So what I had to do was I had to actually implement 4 counters into this tiny spot. 4 counters? No, 3 counters. Think through a corner counter, a counter for the sink, and then a counter for the stove. And then I was able to tuck in a university mini fridge on the end. I think it's a university mini fridge. It might be from a different pack, but anyways, I was able to do it. You'll see that footage at the very tail end. It's not that exciting, but I wanted to incorporate it just in case anybody else wanted to like create an RV and see how I did it, because it definitely took some finagling and maneuvering to get everything to work. And yes, those are beds, 2 of them, 2 beds. I decided to put the pillows there, but it was looking a little bulky, so I removed a few, and they are functional. Everything in this RV is functional. I also wanted Lourdes to have some hobbies and things that she could do in the RV. So I'm thinking of eventually, maybe after she works and saves, she could buy like a sketch pad or something. I could totally see Lourdes becoming like a tattoo artist. I don't know why. She loves to draw. She loves to paint and things. So I think a digipad would be great for her eventually. Hence the piggy bank. Does anybody here remember Jillian, the little girl with her mom that was kind of, yeah, and then they ended up moving to an apartment in where was it? Del Sol Valley? Was it Del Sol Valley? And her mom wanted to become an actress. Oh my gosh. See, those are the days. Whenever I create like current households, I feel like they do really well because I am unedited. Like I'm unfiltered. I'm not worried about hurting anyone's feelings because I'm over there hurting my own. You know what I mean? I'm just playing The Sims how I want to play it. And basically that is what Somewhere in Strangerville is. It's just an extension of how I play. And I don't know what it's going to look like quite yet. I have a storyline, but I just want you to know it is going to be one of my more adult LPs within the realm of YouTube's rules. I can't go gung-ho with it, but I definitely can kind of, you know, get as close to how I play as possible. And I feel like that is where my videos really excel, is when I'm unapologetically, authentically myself. And this is how I play The Sims. So yeah, I love playing The Sims in this kind of like raw, just grungy state. The way that this RV pulls together in the next like 4 minutes is actually freaking crazy. I wanted to create a lot of like outdoor activity, as well as many as I possibly could on this lot. And I also wanted it to look like they just pulled up in this RV spot. So you'll see me here trying to cheat the system, but I realized once you're in build mode, you can't actually do UI cheats. I don't know, it doesn't work. So I would have to go back into live mode and then, you know, I guess do it that way. So outside underneath the awning is where we have the infamous old couch that Carla pulled from the dumpster. There is a community dumpster right behind their trailer, or RV. It smells wonderful during the summertime, might I add, but that's where she found it. So she decided just to slap it right out there. Okay, there is no homeowners association on this RV park. No sorry, Bob. It's just a free for all. So she has a little thing where she likes to make tea in the summer, and this is where you can find Lourdes just chilling on her phone, maybe talking to some of the tenants in the RV park, and just having a general good time getting out of the RV, because I can imagine in the summertime especially that thing stinks and it's probably hot. Also, I hate to tell you this, but Carla does smoke, and she doesn't care, because she's like, she grew up in the days where there would be like there was no smoking and non-smoking section. It was like a free-for-all. You could smoke anywhere, and it's Strangerville, so like nobody cares, you know what I mean? So she does smoke in the RV sometimes, and Lourdes freaking hates it. That's why the window's cracked open, like literally where Carla sits and smokes her cigarettes. And so that's fun. What else did I do? I added in a little notepad, because obviously Lourdes feels deeply. I think she's like a dark empath. I really do. Like she's got dry humor. She's snarky, but she's sassy, but also she's kind of just dry. I don't know how to explain her. You'll see more what I'm talking about once we start actually playing. But so she likes to write down her feelings and stuff, and she loves to, you know, travel on her bike to the convenience store, which is like the Sandtrap. I think it's the Sandtrap Flats Marketplace. I have to show you guys. Like, I have to show you this convenience store. It is amazing. I was thinking maybe Lourdes could get like a job there, or I don't know, maybe she just goes there for like snacks and things, because they sell all sorts of stuff. They have a nice little pantry too, so we can go like grocery shopping and grab things for like dinner that, you know, Carla might need, because I can envision that, you know, Lourdes is going to be home a lot by herself. So Pup 41 is across the street. How convenient, right? And I do have a renovated version of it, which I like. I didn't renovate it myself, but I think I might keep that. It was created by someone and I can't remember, but of course I'm going to make sure I get all the credentials in order there too, because I want people to, you know, get their shout out. They need to, they deserve it. Creating these types of lots is not easy. Even though this might seem like this should have been like a 10-minute speed build, I'm telling you, the detail that went into this, whew, like it's a lot. I even have a jack underneath the car. Oh, that's another thing. Our car doesn't work. Yeah, we got that from the Sims Marketplace too. Turns out it was a dud, but we're having one of our RV tenants kind of help us out with that and a little bit more, if you know what I mean. Just kidding. So yeah, I also want to like incorporate some people living in these RVs. I don't know how I'm gonna do that at all. I don't even have a clue, but I'll figure it out. Maybe what I'll do is like I'll make a little group or something. I don't know what I should call it, but we could have like a group, and then everybody's who's in that group is a part of the trailer park. I think that'd be so cute. But I'm definitely working on this, you guys. It's still a work in progress, and it's going to be a work in progress. There's no way that I would be able to set up every little thing that I need to right off the bat, but it'll kind of evolve as we go. Anyways, I'm finishing up the last final touches here. I think it looks absolutely adorable. I love how there's like a swing set there. That was there before we even came. And I try to add little things. Oh, I love when I do that with my ways. What the hell is that? I don't even know. I also added in a sprinkler, and then over by the trash can, I added pallet of wood, like, or like, you know, like the little, you'll see it in a second. It basically looks like a little bonfire thing. It came with, I want to say it came with City Living, I'm not sure, but my idea is that it's just garbage that, you know, sometimes people light on fire to have like a little like hangout pit or something. See, that's what I'm talking about. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video here. I hope you all enjoyed. If you want to check out the Van Life Ways pack by Brian, I will go ahead and link it, as I said earlier, on my brand new website, UrbanSimsYT.com. Yeah, that's it. Anyways, the links will be down below so you guys won't be confused like I am. But yeah, anyways, these are last final few touches here. This actually kind of worked out better because I was able to add in a microwave. And yeah, that's pretty much a wrap. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, you know what to do. Don't forget to go ahead and comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun doesn't shine, and I will see you all next time.